There we go. All right, we're live. Sorry about that, guys. I just was streamed with the wrong streaming key to the wrong setup. But welcome back. So Cursor just released Cursor 2.0, and they actually released a new model called Composer 1.0. So this is a new Cursor-specific model, and we were just using this on stream, and chat said, hey, you should start a new stream essentially titled Vibe Coding with Cursor 2.0. So here we are. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Now this is live. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I accidentally just started one with the same stream key. I forgot to change the stream key. So this should work now. Let me change this. Let me change the thumbnail. Get this back. But yeah, so we're going to be using Cursor 2.0. Let's pause the music real quick, and I'm going to show you guys essentially the trailer that they just released. So let me show you this. So here's the trailer. You guys can watch this. So this just came out a couple minutes ago. So they have a new model. So not only is it, have they made updates to the IDE and all that, but they actually released a new model called Composer 1.0. And it looks like this was the Cheetah model. So we're going to see how this works, but it says works with a built-in browser. So a lot of the features that they've been essentially showing the past couple days are now live. So we're going to see this here in a second. So you can see, like, there's that div element. But look down here, Composer 1. Do you guys see this? Composer 1. So this new model is now in Cursor, and we're going to be trying it out. Could potentially be better. We'll see. So that's the trailer. Let me get the stream going on my end. There's a couple things I need to do. But let's go here. All right. Save. All right. So let's X out of this, and let's now get the music back on. Let me check chat, and let's drop this in. All right. Yeah, so we're going to review this. Give me 1 second to just get everything going on my end, guys. But yeah, so I've already updated Cursor. You can see down here, if I just expand this for you guys to see. So Composer 1 right here, if you guys see that, Composer 1 is now accessible. And it's literally the first one. So it's Cursor's first agentic coding model. So this is pretty big news. And this just got released. So let me drop this in Discord. All right. So we're going to be trying this out. Let me zoom out a little bit. So let's see. Let's just get everything going. All right. All right, so let's see, like, did they release any benchmarks or anything? So turn speech into code with voice mode. So they also have voice mode that we can check out. That's a new feature. So yeah, so Composer 1 is the new Cursor model. Make sure that you guys like the stream also, now that you just tuned in. But Cursor 2.0 is trending. But let's see here. So turn speech into code with voice mode. So here it says introducing 2.0 in Composer. So read about everything that's new in 2.0, more tomorrow. So let's go here and let's actually read this. So today we're releasing 2 big updates that make Cursor the best place to work with agents. Our first coding model, Composer, and a new interface for working with many agents in parallel. Okay, so introducing Composer. Composer is a frontier model that is 4 times faster than similarly intelligent models. Okay, shoot, 4 times faster. Okay. The model is built for low latency agentic coding in Cursor, completing most turns in under 30 seconds. Early testers found the ability to iterate quickly with the model delightful and trust the model for multi-step coding tasks. Okay. Yeah, so this is the new Cursor 2.0 Composer 1. Composer was trained, so literally then they have trained. Okay, so they have a link to this. They literally said trained and there's a link to it. Hold on here. So, what the heck? So this is how it was trained. So they have a link to trained. We'll check that out later though. So it was trained with a set of powerful tools, including code-base-wide semantic search, making it much better at understanding and working in large code bases. Okay. So Composer combines strong coding intelligence with best-in-class speed. So best open, fast frontier, Frontier 7 2025, best frontier. So this is GPT-5, by the way. So this is GPT-5, fast Frontier 7 2025. So speed, look at this, speed, tokens per second, 200 tokens per second. So in terms of speed, it's absolutely nuts. And then intelligence, it actually does pretty good on intelligence as well. Okay. The multi-agent work interface. So this is kind of what we've been experiencing. So the first thing you'll notice when you open Cursor is our new interface. So let's actually open up Cursor here on the side. So the new interface here. So you have the agents. So now agents and editor is just right here. So agents editor, toggle agents sidebar. So this is the agent sidebar. And then you can just, this is kind of what we've seen. Obviously the agent window, that's not new, but you know, it is a little bit different just in terms of the styling of it. All right, so new agent, I mean, this is normal, right? So it's more focused and designed from the ground up to be centered around agents rather than files, so you can focus on the outcomes you want while manage to take care of the details. When you need to dive deep into the code, you can easily open files in the new layout or switch back to the classic IDE. Yeah, okay. Okay, Cursor 2.0 makes it easy to run many agents in parallel without them interfering with one another. Okay, powered by Git work trees. Oh, look at this! I just got a little notification here that it's here. Okay, yeah, I'll pin Discord link. Thank you, J35. All right. Okay, so it says. Powered by Git work trees or remote machines, we found that having multiple models attempt the same problem and picking the best results significantly improves the final output, especially for harder tasks. As we use agents more for coding, we've seen two new bottlenecks emerge, reviewing code and testing the changes. With Cursor 2.0, we've also started to solve both of these, making it much easier to quickly review the changes an agent has made and dive deeper into the code when you need to. We've also built a native browser tool that allows Cursor to test its work and iterate until it has produced the correct final result. Okay, so yeah, so some of this isn't new, but Tony said it's actually not bad. Okay, well, let's check it out. Let's actually start testing it on View Creator here. So for those of you that are new, View Creator is the SaaS that we've been working on. It is an all-in-one platform for content creators and brands to be able to create content using AI. So let's go into View Creator and let's actually start testing some stuff out. So here in Cursor 2.0, so really the big things also when it says Cursor Composer 1, Cursor 1 is Cursor's new agent model designed for software engineering, intelligence, and speed. Multiple agent interface, a new chat interface with voice input and a layout purpose-built for working with agents. Run agents in parallel, run multiple agents in parallel locally with work trees or in the cloud. Okay, so that's kind of the gist. So now that we have all this, let's go back over to our AI agents workspace and start to test this out on some actual stuff. Tony said I gave it a good ass prompt, but it made all landing page themes, logins, including SSOs, and it all works from one prompt. Took like 4 minutes total. Okay. Mohammed said, how does the new Composer AI model and Cursor handle multi-file context and maintain code consistency across large projects? Well, you know, I feel like that's we're not sure, right? But let's just get it working, right? So I'm gonna drop this in, and let's actually try this. So how do we get it so that we can actually use multiple models? So why is this? So multiple models either requires a Git repository or background agents to be available. Okay, so I have to launch it in. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to one of our terminals, and we're just going to, also I need to fix this real quick, hold up. Hold on, all right, yes. All right, we'll need to fix that, but we can fix that in a second. But let's just go over and let's actually CD into the View Creator UI, and let's launch Cursor in this window, because in order to run that, I think that we're going to have to launch multiple. So here is that window. And then now that this is launched, now can we do it? So yeah, so you have to be in a Git work tree to be able to launch multiple. So we're gonna have this running as well. All right, iDev said, I've been using Cursor purely for the autocomplete tab thing, and now all I see is a big chat. Well, you can still switch to editor. So anytime that you want to use that, you can still go to the editor. But let's see here. So this is local. or you can run it in a work tree, run it parallel, or the cloud. So what I want to try is I literally want to run it in this creator UI, and I want to launch this. And in order to solve this problem, we're going to drop this in, right? And we're going to drop this screenshot. Obviously, the issue down here on the right is that the node here is just kind of like falling off the side. So in order to open your file tree, you can toggle this, and your files are right here. And then what we can do is we can go and we can actually SRC pages, and then go to, what is it, agents, and then go to the agent builder. And then I'm going to say, oh, also, do we not need to even use, where's the, isn't there a microphone now? Where is that? Connect browser, add context, upload image. But didn't they say that you can talk to it? Is that in settings or something? Here, let's open settings and see if that's in a setting. All right, so editor settings, keyboard shortcuts, completion sound. How do you make it so that you can talk to it? Because that was one of the things that they listed. Yeah, use multiple models. It's new. What's up, Linux? Good to see you, man. All right, so the models. So apparently Cheetah is now gone. No, Cheetah's still right here. Cheetah's right here. Cloud agents, tools. All right, rules. Indexing. Network. All right, beta. Okay, so I can't see like where the dictation is, but that's all right. Let me know if anybody in chat knows how to get to that. I have a microphone. It's when your chat is empty. Clear your box. Okay, let's try that. I still don't have one. Yeah, I still don't have a microphone. Maybe it's not rolled out to all users yet. So no microphone for me. Or do I have to clear it literally completely? Like no images either. Here, let's launch a new agent. Wait, hold on. Let's give it a prompt and then we'll go back. All right, hold on, guys. So we're gonna drop this in. So we'll give it a prompt. So we'll give it this, and then we'll kind of go back. So let's give it this. Drop this in. Clear the text, and you'll see the mic button instead of send message. Okay. Review this in complete depth. I need you to fix the node palette so that it's not overflowing at the bottom there. It can't do that. Give it a scroll bar and make sure that it doesn't flow off the bottom of the screen. All right, so then here, for example, then we can literally do like 3 times. So 3 times composer 1, and let's submit that. So composer 1, composer 1, composer 1, and those are all loading. So click here to configure a work tree setup script. So let's let that be in progress. And then, okay, so here's the microphone, yeah. No, LCO, so we're still working on View Creator. So now it literally is gonna launch this, and it looks like, okay, so this is it using that. So it's using what? Is it just using browser use right now? So yeah, so it navigated and using browser. Okay. And like I said, you know, we're launching 3 of this, right? So run, browser, evaluate. That's actually pretty good because it's actually evaluating that. But yeah, Tony, thank you, because if I launch a new agent, your chat needs to be empty and then it'll work. But yeah, so we're launching 3 composers at once, and it is a really fast model. It did say like tokens per second. It's 200 tokens per second. So if we pull back up ChatGPT Atlas again, and go over like what they said here, a crazy thing is that they did say that it's when you're comparing it. So look at this composer. This is GPT-5. I don't think maybe there's some limitation that they had where they couldn't say that it was GPT-5, just because they have partnerships with those guys. But composer, 200 tokens per second, which is absolutely insane. Look at how it absolutely dominates that. Like tokens, so they really just focused on speed is what they were trying to do. So intelligence, it's okay. It doesn't beat the best frontier, which that may be what, GPT-5 high or something. But in terms of speed, definitely very, very good. Also, if you guys are watching, you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We've got 70 people watching and only 13 likes. So guys, like this up because, yeah, this is going to be big. Like this up, guys. Like the stream. Let's go. Mohammed said, I'm wondering if Composer's AI new model actually builds a mental map of the whole code base or just stitches context on demand. Potentially. So this one's done. This one's done. So they're all done. So how can I actually see the differences between the 3? So can I review? So I'm like confused on when you do that, like how do you know which one is which, right? Does anybody know in chat? Like how do you know which one updates? Like create PR. I guess it starts it's a check. It checks out the branch. So I need to check out what this branch. So this is click to copy work tree. So click to copy work tree. So I copy work tree. Do you guys know how to do this? So can I do review? So I click review. It's not doing anything. Interesting. GPT-5 high for planning, composer to implement, goated combo. Yeah, probably. So that's weird. I'm not sure. Let me know in chat, like these work trees up here, how do you apply these? Like, can I apply it? Like, can I apply this one? Can I just click apply and then this will, here, let's close this a little bit. And then let's pull that back up and put it over here. So if I apply this one, for example, you know, nothing changed over here. And it's way over here. You guys see that? So we're trying to fix this node palette. Let's open up a new agent and just try again. And this time, okay, we're gonna use this cursor dictation. Take a look at the node palette. Right now it's off the screen in the top left, and I need your help because it should be positioned bottom right, and it should not be, you know, top left off the screen. Figure this out, patch the bug, identify why it's going all the way off the left side of the screen, top left. Okay, wow. Okay, all right, so that is actually incredible. The music may be a little bit weird for you guys. I may turn off the music just so we can all lock in. Here, let me turn the music off, guys, because I'm going to be like using this a little bit. So, all right, so Haven said you apply, then you revert and apply the other one and revert until you like one. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this real quick, and then we'll try that. So basically, you have the ability to launch multiple at once. So let's let this one run, but this one did not get it. Actually, let's pause this because let's try that, right? So let's now go over to this one and we can do apply this one. So this is, let's do merge manually, full overwrite. Yeah, let's do full overwrite. And is this one going to be any different? Let's do a refresh. So that one's also off the screen. And we are running the, where is it? The view creator UI. It's right here. So this is refreshed. So interested that, you know, it's not even like showing this. It's not, you know, reapply. Wait, so then this was the third one. Apply all, merge manually, reapply, merge manually, and then it's the same. So it did all the same. So let's now go back to this composer and let's launch this one and try and fix that. Thanks, Imperium. Okay, Sam Stone said, does that cursor audio to text use your balance, or is it just included in the subscription? That's a really good question. I'm not sure. I doubt. I mean, that it should be so cheap that, yeah, you shouldn't even be able to worry about that. iDev said, so it's 3 multiple agents on the same file, and you do a pull request, or what is this? Yeah, weird. It's a little bit weird. I think we'll be able to figure it out. But here is this one going in. Let's see if that's able to figure that out. But yeah, we just have the node palette going off the top of the screen here, right? So I want it in the bottom right, and it's not in the bottom right. Coder said, you just check out B branch name. Yeah, okay, so it still didn't work. Very, very interesting. What file? I mean, okay, let's go here. All right, so let's try who was it that said it? I think it was Hung. So maybe you could try, you know, GPT-5 for the planning, and then you could have Cursor Composer 1 actually implement the change. So I'm going to take a screenshot here, and just screenshot, I'm just going to say, review the screenshot. The node palette is falling off the top left of the screen. Oh, sorry, guys. You guys can't see this quite yet. Hold up. Let me switch these two. So I'm going to put this one over here, and then I'm going to put the browser over here. And then also I'm going to shrink my face cam just so you guys can see a little bit more. Okay, that's probably better. All right, so we have Cursor 2.0 with Composer 1. What we're going to try is, I mean, we could use GPT-5 high fast, but just for the purpose of the video, let's just use this. And then also, let's turn on max mode here. So Composer 1 with max turned on. So this will really give us a good idea of how intelligent the model is. And then review the screenshot again. Your updates did not work. The node palette is still falling off the top left of the screen. It should be positioned bottom right. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Go to your Git history. All right, J35 said really weird feature. What's really weird? Yeah. Yeah, the 3 times is a little bit confusing. But yeah, thanks for the premium. I appreciate it, man. All right, interesting. All right, I'm going to turn the music back on for the vibes. Okay. All right, search node palette, local storage, clear, reset. New user, I'm sure, because I have npm run dev running. Because it's right here, right? So let's actually kill this and let's run it inside, because now we can run the terminals actually inside a cursor. So let's just run it inside a cursor, right? So in order to run terminals, all you have to do is actually is a little bit different, but there's now a panel, and inside of this panel, that's where you can run it. So let's cd into view creator UI, and this is where we're going to run npm run dev in here now. And that's starting on port 3003, and it's compiled. Okay. But wait, this is not the one that I want. I want to do it in this one. So toggle panel. So in the panel, just run npm run dev, and then pull this back up. Okay, so it did make those updates, but now it's like kind of like centered here. You guys see that? Okay, so when I refresh the page, let's see what happens. Okay, it's literally like centered horizontally. That's not what I want. It is centering horizontally. It should be positioned to bottom right as soon as the page renders in. Bottom right. And it should also respond based on the user's screen size and be able to be smaller for smaller screen sizes. Super fast model. Very fast. All right, Tony said they just copied Codex's feature where it gives different iterations of the prompt itself, but being able to use different models. Yeah. I mean, so let's see, like, so it is an agentic model. So for example, we have like these refresh issues. Let's just drop this one in here and just say, fix these refresh issues that I am getting on npm run dev and starting up, identify what's causing them, and then fix them. J35 said, I hope they come up with good pricing for Composer 1 model. Now it's their own model. Yeah. Let's look up Composer 1 pricing. Composer 1 pricing. Cursor. Pricing. Okay, so models. Okay, so here it is. So let's do Control F, Composer 1. Composer. All right, so Composer. All right. Okay. All right, so Composer is the same exact price as GPT-5. So I don't know if you guys can see this here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So Composer is 200 default context, and it is $1.25 input, $1.25 cache write. Okay, so it's literally the same price as GPT-5, if you guys noticed that. It's probably done on purpose. So same price as GPT-5 2.5 Pro, same price as, or Gemini 2.5 Pro, same price as GPT-5. Okay. Yeah, no, iDev, it's the same, but it is cheap for sure. And then still not understanding quite yet. If I refresh, still just positioning the node here wrong. So a little bit disappointed in that. It's just not quite getting it, you know? All right, so this is still working, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Okay. So let's try it on like a different part of the project. So like how good is it at styling, right? Like let's figure out something to style here. Or maybe like, is there a backend feature that we could build quickly? How about this? How about we build an Instagram carousel generator tool, all right? So we're gonna build like an actual complex tool. And what I need to do for that is I actually need to pull back up. Let's find the other cursor tab, the other cursor window. So we're gonna work over here, and this is in the View Creator project. And we're gonna use Composer 1. and I'm going to drop this in, and let's just say here, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just drop it in. Hold up. I need you to build, oh man, hold up. All right, so go here. I need you to build the UI for a new tool called the Instagram carousel generator. This tool will be used to generate Instagram carousels automatically based off of a prompt and how many images the user wants to generate. So just a prompt and then how many images the user wants to generate. Also allow them to provide reference images. All right, so I'm just gonna build the UI for it, and then based off of the UI, we're gonna build the API. So Tomas asked, what do you use for the back end? So I use Nest and then Postgres, and I use AWS for all that. So then on View Creator AI, but look at how fast this model is. I mean, it did say it's 200 tokens per second. So this is the fastest Agentic. Danny said, does Composer 1 on max mode reach 400K context for you? Let's see. So if I do turn on max mode, what does max mode say on this? Danny, do you know how it, so you can turn on max mode, but how many, so still just says 200. Like if I use Sonnet here and I turn on max, does it, so this is 1,000,000. So when you have that on, then it changes to 1,000,000. But when I have Composer 1 and turn on max mode, it doesn't have any, so that may be a UI thing, right? But I mean, look over here, a super, super fast model. I'm very, very impressed by how fast it is. Hover over the little pie wheel in the running window. Okay, let's see here. So here, so 38.2% context used. It doesn't say how many has actually been used. It just says the percentage. But if you guys are watching, you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, we are live every single day. Vibe coding an app to $1 million. We're working on View Creator. It's the project that we're working on right now. But we're going to test Composer live because we're going to have it build a tool that I've wanted it to build for a while, which is the Instagram carousel generator. So you're going to be able to drop in a prompt. You're going to be able to ask it for a particular number of images, and then it's going to be able to integrate with one of the image models to be able to create an Instagram carousel. Okay, so carousel generator now in, and here's the UI for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. Okay, so it literally did that perfectly. It was able to go into the other parts of the application and know like what the UI of the other pages look like. So one thing that I really like is like if we go over to the YouTube generator, right? And like let's go to the thumbnail generator. Something I want to show you guys is this. So if we go over to the YouTube thumbnail generator, something that I really like that Composer 1 just did is that if I go to the carousel generator, do you guys see that it used the same UI? Like it was able to pull the UI, which is really impressive. So it was able to know, okay, like let me actually look at the other parts of the project and pull that in. So I really like that. That's really good. So now what we need to do is now we actually need to drop in this page, and we're going to now drop it into the View Creator repo, because here we're gonna actually have to create the entity. So I'm gonna drop this in. I am creating a new tool called the Instagram carousel generator. I now need you to create the database entity for this and put it in the database as well as the API. And then I'm going to add the View Creator database, and I'm going to add the View Creator API. And this is going to be a full stack. So this is going to be full stack, and we'll see how it does. A full stack task, and we'll actually turn on max mode because, yeah, we already have it on. All right, so View Creator database, View Creator API, create the entity and put it in both. Do run npm run migration generate, then npm run migration run to properly create the updated migration and run it. Do not manually create the migration file. Create it using the npm run migration generate command. Once you have done this, then create the API module for the new Instagram generator, and then update the front end, and I'm going to add the API endpoints file. API endpoints, this is the view creator UI, yes. And then I'm gonna add services, services in the view creator UI. And then I'm going to add the new Instagram carousel page. So carousel, that's all, it already references it. So this is a huge task. So this is a huge task here. Yeah, the speed is insane. Yeah, no, Danny. So this is interesting. So super fast, like, you know, so here are the to-dos. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, that is insane. This model could be goated. All right, so it's running npm run migration generate. Is it gonna run correctly? All right, migration generated successfully. I mean, this is nuts. It's just insanely fast. Now it's running the migration perfectly. Exactly what I would do, running the migration, perfect. Creating the API module. Oh, did it create the job in the API? Yeah, it did. It created a job. So now it's creating the DTOs. It already created the API module. Guys, we need to clip this. Somebody needs to clip this because this is a full stack feature that could potentially be built in like less than 5 minutes using Composer 1. This is insane. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we have 88 people watching, and let me refresh and see how many likes. We only have 22 likes, guys. Come on, 88 people. Come on, we can get to at least 50. Let's go. Yeah, the speed is insane. Danny said, love seeing you iterate on the context engineering flow. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Danny. You should put the migration stuff in cursor rules. Yeah, probably. Or add it to memory. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Is this done? I don't think it got the API. No, I didn't get the front end, right? Yeah, I didn't get the front end. Now update the front end to add into the API endpoints and update and create the new services file, and then update the front end Instagram carousel page. Overkill said, okay, F it, I'm paying for Cursor. Oh my gosh. Insane. Yeah, Composer 1's flying, Saro. Mohammed said, which vibe coding platform did you use to create View Creator? I used Cursor, Codex, and Claude, so a mix of everything. I have max plans on all of them, so. All right, so here it's going, what did it do here? It added, wait, what is this? So this was the, wait, what is this? What file is this? Core services? Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Did it, we'll go to the config, API endpoints, and then I don't see the API endpoints here. Carousel? Can we do a carousel? Quick carousel. Oh, wow, I already did it. All right. All right, why am I still getting this? Hold on, let's see if there's something wrong in the API. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. So we do have 2 errors here. So it created 2 errors. That's why it's not fetching that. So let's now see if I can fix those errors. Fix yo code. Insane. Composer 1's pretty good so far. It's super fast. Watch how fast it is. No rain. Actually, old man, I just finished up my my stream because we're literally working on View Creator right now. All right, all right. This is insane. This is insane. All right, credit costs. All right. All right, so it fixed the errors. So now this should not throw a 404. Okay, it didn't throw a 404. All right, so let's do, all right, create an Instagram carousel that teaches users how to create viral content on Instagram. Follow the theme displayed in the referenced image. Okay, and now I can pull up this. I wonder what model it used, because I actually didn't depict, I didn't say, hey, I want you to use this model, or I want you to use that model. I literally just I literally just told it to do what I wanted it to do. So I hope that it used Nano Banana. We'll see if it doesn't. So let's just grab one of these, right? Let's just download this one, and we'll just drop this in. Let's drag and drop this one, and then we'll drag and drop like another one just for reference, right? Drag and drop this one. Okay, so 5, generate carousels. All right, so job is queued. So this was what, 5 minutes with Composer 1? 5 minutes? This is insane. New tech, yeah, this is a new tech, Ryan. No Rain said, how does it compare to Sonnet and Haiku? My workflow has been that. Well, first of all, this is faster than Haiku. It's faster than Sonnet. We'll see if it's actually, better than, like intelligence-wise. I don't know if it's there intelligence-wise. But guys, I will say it is kind of a skill issue. Like you guys just saw, did we just build this tool in 5 minutes? I mean, somebody go back in the stream and figure out when did we even just start building this tool? Was it 5 minutes ago? And we're already testing it? That is insane. So we'll see. I mean, I'm very, very impressed. Fooled by Prime said, later, can you list the branch names that these agents created in the repo? So they didn't, like, this is just working like inside of local code, just like any other agent would. So this is insane. Let's see, like, what it's doing is actually creating it. So Instagram carousel job created. It is creating 5 images. So I would expect this to take a little bit of time, but let's see. Lil Bonnie said, hi, I am from Italy. I am a software engineer. Do you think I should start learning and use vibe coding? 100%. Yep. I think you should start using vibe coding. Mohammed said, have you used the auto model in Cursor? What does it actually use? Because sometimes it's good. Well, auto just goes to whatever model it thinks that it should use based on the prompt. Fooled by Prime said, I think it would be hilarious to create a file watcher that tells you which agent instances have taken a peek at the get reflog. Yeah. Danny said, if you have 5 hours to code, faster token output means you get more at-bats in the same session. Blitzkrieg coding with rapid models seems to be a whole new sport. Yeah. Okay, so 7.5 minutes. Thank you. Shout out to Sarah Caffeine, because in 7 minutes we were able to build all this. The question is it actually going to be able to generate these images? We'll see here in a second. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so let's see. Let's let that keep running, because that may take a while. Let's just ask it, which model did it use for that? Which model did it use for generating the images? All right, which model? So I would hope, like, I would choose Nano Banana Edit. And Nano Banana fallback, Nano Banana Edit if images are used. The Instagram service currently doesn't generate images. It only creates job records with status queued and doesn't call foul or any other model. Okay, well, that's an issue. All right, so that's our problem. Note that that is totally wrong. This is a image generation tool that creates carousels for Instagram that are 1:1 aspect ratio. Review the schema and note that if reference images are provided, then it should use Nano Banana Edit. If reference images are not provided, then it should use Nano Banana. Okay, so that was a skill issue on my part. I didn't actually ask it, but it did kind of get confused there. But let's go over and let's actually go to FAL and let's look up Nano Banana. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop in the schema for Nano Banana, and then we're going to drop in the schema for Nano Banana Edit. And it should be able to do that quickly. So then image editing, schema, drop this in. And then I'm going to say the YouTube thumbnail generator does this well. Review that and then update the code. Note that the Instagram carousel generator generates images that are 1:1 aspect ratio for Instagram. All right, we'll do this. Update the code where needed to properly integrate this new functionality and logic. No rain. So I have Cursor Ultra. Not super worried about credits. We're just running it up. Not worried about money. We're running it up. We are getting taxed. Speaking of which, let's actually pull up... because actually, my Cursor Ultra plan is up, so for all of this, I'm getting taxed right now. So if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. But also, look at this. It actually looks like, even though my plan is up, it looks like it's actually just using... All right, so check this out. This is all included. So look at this. It's all included. So this is all included in my Ultra plan. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Do you guys see that? So it's all included. Even though my Cursor Ultra plan has hit its limits. That's very interesting. Okay. So this is now being updated. iDev said, I think it was the same as GPT-5 if you're asking about composer cost. Yeah, it's the same as GPT-5. All right, so it's now summarizing the context of the chat. It did hit a limit there. Create a README file of everything that you've done inside of this chat. Call it the Instagram carousel generator documentation. Overkill said, best Cursor sales agent. I just bought a subscription. Oh my gosh, this is insane. It's so fast. And I think Danny has a point. Like, you can iterate with this thing, like, insanely fast. Insanely fast. So even though that this error, I mean, it was a pretty simple error on our end, but I did also notice that it looks like there was an error in the API. Let's see. Did it fix it? Okay. Carousel generator. Okay. Yeah, so Mystic Fear said, what does it included mean, though? I'm assuming it won't be unlimited. Well, right now it's just included. I don't know if they're saying that it's totally free or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is queued. Let's see here. So I'm going to have it generate the documentation just so we can take this to another chat here in a second. Also, if you guys are watching, you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we have over 102 watchers, but only 33 likes. So if you guys haven't already liked the stream, subscribe, make sure you do so. There's also a Discord link to join the BridgeMind Discord. We've got a Discord with over 500 vibe coders in it. I'm going to drop a link in the chat now. If you guys have not already joined the Discord, make sure you do so, guys. I'm about to drop another invite link. Join the Discord, fam. Let's go. Okay, so now is it going to work? Let's try it again. So this one, let's just copy the same prompt, right? And then we'll just drop in the same images. And let's try with some fewer images just for the sake of the job, right? Let's just do want to just do two images. Gonna do 2 of them. Shout out to S for joining the Discord. Welcome to the community. All right, very interesting. All right, so still has not. Let's see. I want to see if Cursor said anything else. Okay, so timeout. So timeout. So this exceeded. All right, let's see the logs here. All right, let's go here. Timed out. All right, so timed out. All right. All right, so let's now open up another agent just because our context here is like, wait, can we see our context? All right, I mean, 66, that's not terrible. Review this, it timed out. What is causing this? The image generation should be pretty fast and straightforward. Okay, so it timed out. Let's see what Cursor's saying. So they said, all right, Composer is a new model. We built a Cursor. We used RL to train a big MOE model to be really good at real-world coding and also very fast. Excited for the potential building. I mean, this is insane. I mean, this model in terms of speed, I mean, look at this. 200 tokens per second is absolutely insane. That's insane. 200 tokens per second. I mean, it's very noticeable. So fast frontier, so this would be something like GPT-5 Mini, Haiku, 4.5 maybe. Very, very impressed though. Very, very impressed. Okay. Look how fast it is. Fixing the broken code. Wow. Okay. So let's try this again, yeah? Whoa. Oh, that's actually good. That's actually good. On the front end page, fix this. Because I think that, did images actually come back? Let's see. J35 said Google dropped the Gemini 3 and kick them all. Yeah. I mean, imagine when there is a fast model that's this fast that is like frontier. That's going to be game over. All right, so reload page. All right, so create images. Okay, so it did create the carousel. All right, so it created 2 images. Wait, which one was this? This is at 117. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. Holy shit. Look at this. All right. Hook your audience fast. Keep... Oh my gosh, guys. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right. Review the system prompt for the carousel generator and integrate into the system prompt the fact that this generator needs to work together as a system. So, for example, it's generating a carousel that is being posted at once, for example. So the slides need, so for example, the first image that it generates will be the first in the carousel, the second, the third, the fourth, depending on how many slides are actually requested by the user. But improve the system prompt so that it knows this. That's insane. Are you going to upgrade to Next.js 16 or are you waiting for 16.1 so it's more stable? Maxiology said 16.1. Yeah, I'll probably wait till 16.1. I mean, I'm happy with how things are right now, all right? This is insane. So literally look at this. So this was 1, and then this was 2. All right, so let's go over to ViewSpark, and let's start a new chat, and then just ask it, I want to create a Instagram carousel that is about going viral on Instagram. It will be 5 carousel images, and I want you to write the prompt that will be given to the Instagram carousel generator that tells essentially what to create for each carousel and what content should be on each carousel. All right, so let's just enter this. So we're going to use Spark to be able to give us some ideas. All right. All right, so 5 slides here. All right, so we're going to try this. And we're just going to go back to the carousel generator. And we're going to drop this in, 5 images. And then I'm going to drop in as reference, like literally just one of these. Looks like this through an error here. Fix the 403 that I got when I tried to download an image. All right, and then we'll just drop in 1. And what even was this, right? Like, did it create the same image? Simplify your content. Like, what did we drop in for reference for that original one? Was it the one that we downloaded, what, 13 minutes ago, right? So this was the image that we dropped in. So it did come up with a new, like, it came up with a new content for the slide, which is great. Yeah, no Rain, I'm happy to help. Yeah, if you guys are new, No Rain said, thanks for the stream, Composer 1 looks great. Yeah, I mean, it's super fast and very, I mean, it's getting what we need done, right? So let's generate the carousel, 5 images. This built it in, what, 7.5 minutes, I think Cero Caffeine said? 7.5 minutes we were able to build this across the entire stack. That's the database, that's the API, that's the front end. 7.5 minutes to create this. And then maybe an extra 2.5 on, like, debugging. But this is insane. I mean, there has not been a model that's this fast and intelligent that's come onto the market. Just absolutely nuts. This could be actually, like, pretty transitional here. If you guys are new and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we have 105 people watching, and come on, guys, we only have 38 likes. Come on, let's rack it up, guys. Composer 1 just came out. Let's go. It's insane. Also, we're up to 5,826 subscribers, guys. This is nuts. All right, so this one will take a little bit longer because it's 5, right? It's 5 images, so yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer. But let's see how it works. Also, we updated that system prompt. Yeah, this blows Cheetah out of the water. But is it Cheetah? Like, is it Cheetah itself? That's what I was kind of wondering. Decentralized, I'm using Nest. Overkill said, just launched Cursor for the first time. All right, so here is what it created. So there's a couple problems that I see. So we have 2 1-2s. So let's just literally just drop this screenshot in. And I'm just going to drop this in. So we'll see how good Cursor is able to debug. But also, guys, we're at 99.8% context. So I feel like we should probably start a new agent. And all you need to do is you just open up the Agents tab here and click New Agent. And then I'm able to do @ and then Instagram carousel. There should be a README somewhere, right? Instagram carousel generator right here. All right. So I'm going to take a screenshot now in this fresh one. And I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to say, review what came back from the carousel job. And this is essentially going to be the feedback to the agent to see, hey, you know, these are the problems. Can you fix them? So I'm going to use max mode. Can I drop this in, please? There we go. This was the prompt that I gave it. Identify why the job created different themes for some of the slides. For example, I gave it a reference image that I wanted it to use to be able to create, you know, the Instagram generator job needs to work together as a cohesive unit. For example, you can see that it generated 2 slides that say number 1. Or no, number 2. Or O2. Review the screenshot in depth and debug the Instagram carousel generator with what caused this bug. The carousel generator job should always keep the carousels on theme and in order. All right. Yeah, we're in max mode, gang. Let's go. El had asked, what is the best AI model for generating front end? I would say that Opus. Usually I have like good experience using Opus, ShadCN, Tailwind. All right, this is super impressive. Also, guys, we're gonna get some more entertainment here. We got the subscriber count on the screen. We got over 100 people watching, guys. If you haven't already joined the BridgeMind community, make sure you do so. Make sure you guys sub. All right, it's got its to-dos. I'm gonna put this right here. Shout out to No Rain for joining the Discord. Shout out to Naruto for joining the Discord. Good to see you guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Also, what'd you guys think about the thumbnail for this video? Because I literally created it using View Creator. Look at this. It's so funny. Look at this. All right. All right, View Creator. Hey, thanks for subbing, guys. Let's go. But look at this. So literally the thumbnail that you guys are seeing, I made it using View Creator. Hey, thanks for the support, guys. All right. Let's go here. Hey, let's go. We're running up. All right. All right, so let's go back over and see. Okay, if we run this job again, let's just run the identical job that we did last time, right? And essentially, we want it to work together a little bit better. So we want to just be able to drop in, you know, one of these, right? And we want it to be able to create, let's just do 4 this time. Or no, we said 5 in our prompt, so we'll use 5. So let's do 5. And we're going to see, all right, we have 5 images. We're trying to create an Instagram carousel. And we created this in 7.5 minutes using Composer 1. I'm from the United States. I'm from Indianapolis. iDev said, you ever delved into 3JS or Gas for animation? Not that you need them, your app looks 6. Thank you, iDev. I've never seen those. Yeah, not sure. Jesse said, this is the all-time high viewer since I got here. I think we've had more than 110 before. I think we've had a little bit more than that, but this is pretty good. But if you guys are new here, we have a series where I'm vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. We've built View Creator in just over, what is it now, 43 days or something like that. And it's incredible. So, yeah, fooled by primes, I might have to. All right, so let's now, like, we're gonna see how this goes, and then we're actually going to generate we're gonna create a new tool. So we're gonna put this to the test, and this time it's going to be a TikTok slideshow generator. So instead of an Instagram carousel generator, we're now going to create a TikTok slideshow generator. So TikTok tools. All right, so like we're gonna put this to the test once again. Let's let this come back and see the job that it creates. So that's still generating. But now let's go back and let's create another new tool. And let's have Composer 1 do this. So let's do @ViewCreator_database. And we're going to do @ViewCreator_API. And we're going to do @ViewCreator_CreatorUI. Okay. And what I want to create is I want to create a tool. Hold on. Oh, shoot. We have an error. We had an error that I didn't see. So we're going to have to fix this. Hold on. Let's go back here. So awaiting review. What was it? It was this one, right? Fix this error that you caused. All right. So look how fast it's going to be able to fix this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. 10 seconds to fix an error. That's insane. 10 seconds to fix an error with Composer 1. That is insane, guys. View Creator database, View Creator API. Also, I'm gonna create. So I'm gonna create a new command. So Danny in chat taught me this, but basically you can create new commands, and I'm going to call this the npm run migration generate. And in this, I'm going to say when creating, I probably could use, memories for this as well, but we'll just go this way. When creating migrations in the database, always run npm run migration generate, and followed by npm run migration run instead of manually creating the migration yourself. So I'm going to now be able to that. So now I can now I can that, right? So now and then npm run migration generate md. So I can now drop that in, and then I can do @ViewCreator_CreatorUI. And I'm going to be able to now create a new tool. So what's the tool that we actually want to create, guys? First of all, I want to rerun a job. So let's go here. Let's copy this again. Let's go back to the top here, and let's drag and drop this, and we're going to get another job started. So let's generate. So that's going to be generating. So now let's go back, and I want to say, let's just say, I want you to now create a new tool. Yeah, XLI, this is the new model. This is Cursor 2.0 Composer 1. And watch, it's one of the fastest, smartest models now on the market. So I want you to create a new tool called TikTok, what is it? Captions generator. This tool will take in a prompt and be able to output a TikTok caption with best practices and formatting. For example, hashtags and a hook. Create the entity in the database, or you can actually @entities here. So I can go here and do @entities in here, and then @entities in the other one, which is the API. So it should be right here. And then run migration generate, followed by migration run, then create the module in the API for this. And then I'm going to add the modules in the API. And then after this, create the, after this, update the, and then I'm going to add the API endpoints in the creator UI. And then I'm going to add the services in the creator UI. And then I'm going to add the Tik Tok page in the creator tools file. All right, so this is like super, this is across whole stack. This is full stack, guys. So let's see how long. So right now it's 1:35. How long is it going to take for Composer 1? Let's just look up a timer. And let's just do stopwatch, and let's start the timer here. And we're going to see how fast this is able to actually do this. Aperium said from November 4th, for all Indians, ChatGPT Go for the free the entire year. I don't know why they're doing this. Pedramaz said, how do you secure a vibe coded app? You just prompt it with the security that you want. Okay, it looks like migrations have now run successfully. Fooled by Prime said, when this tool first loaded, did it give user option to create, initialize a new Git repo? It didn't for me. All right, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're testing a full stack and seeing how long that it takes for Composer 1 or Cursor 2.0 to be able to create it. Oh my gosh, did I already hear it finish? Did it already finish? Holy crap. There's no way. There's no way, right? Alright, hold up. Make sure to add the tool in so that it is visible here. This is insane. So 2 minutes. It already found the platform tools page. Yeah, that's insane. All it needs to do is add it here because it just needs to go. It's literally doing the exact right thing. It's update the platform tools page. All right, a green live status. Kind of refresh this and it's live. Great. Make sure that this tool is now marked live. All right, it's such a status released. Okay. So what's going on? Why is it not? Come on, let's go here. npm run dev. All right. All right. All right. It still says coming soon. It is still saying coming soon. Fix this. Overkill said, dude, Cursor is totally worth the hype. Yeah, 100%. Graphi said, I just installed 2.0, been working with Cursor for the past couple weeks. 2.0 seems to be a huge upgrade. Yeah. Just the new model, too. I mean, like, it's not even just like, it's the agent editor is new. It just shows you how fast this is moving. I mean, they added a new agent editor, and now they have a new model that is, like, actually competing with, like, GPT. That's insane. All right, now here we go. All right, so captions now available. Did it build the page, though? So it didn't. Build the actual page now for this and actually hook it up to the API endpoints and the services respectively. Yeah, I've made money from View Creator. No, this is Javier Flo. So he said, could it be that you are just used to GPT-5 that is really slow? I feel Sonnet is quite similar, but to this one, but maybe I'm wrong. This is different. This is definitely faster. I mean, even when you look at, like, if we pull up that ChatGPT Atlas, this is what they're saying, and you can tell how fast this is. Composer this is the fastest model on the market now by far. So fast frontier. So this is probably Haiku, right? I would say this is probably Haiku or something like that. It's interesting that Cursor didn't say the names because they probably don't want to hurt their relationships with like GPT-5 or OpenAI and Anthropic. That's very interesting. XLI said, how's the new model pricing? Yeah, so the pricing, Composer pricing. So I'm just going to show that. Cursor Composer pricing. Oh, geez. ChatGPT Atlas is like not good for some things. I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. So Composer is $1.25, $1.25. So it's same price as Gemini 2.5 and GPT-5. Mohammed said, advice from you to someone who wants to create a top-notch SaaS like ViewCreator with vibe coding. I mean, I would say that you have to know. Okay, so this one was a little bit different. This one, I do not like the styling of this. I do not like the styling. Take a look at the Instagram carousel generator and style it more like that. That is more professional. All right, do you think it is worth it for the price? Declipse, what are you talking about? Composer 1? 100%. It's just super, super fast. Yeah, this is insane. Elhad said, how to keep the code base manageable for debugging. It becomes harder to track on a larger scale when building a bigger application. Yeah, 100%. That does happen. I would suggest, README files, making sure that you kind of do, have those error logging systems in place so that you can debug when those, you need a good feedback mechanism for the AI, for sure. I use Codex. Dampier, I use Codex as well. I have all of them. All right, so very quickly I was able to do that. Failing with the 404 here, though. Chat context summarize, so we did hit the context window limit. Okay. Okay, so I wonder why it's hitting a 404. Why is it throwing a 404 error? Fix this. Okay, wow. Okay. Initial state. Pedra said, how much have you made from ViewCreator? I'm not sure the exact amount from ViewCreator specifically, but right now MRR is about $155 a month. All right, so describe your TikTok video. So let's just say that, like, we drop in like a transcript, a video where I go over how to generate views on TikTok and about how to make your videos go viral. Okay. This failed. Let's check logs here. So here are the issues. So So debug. I mean, I bet it'll take 10 seconds to debug this. Fix this. Yeah, let's see. Insane. Anthony Wong said, check the cursor usage. Is this being billed? Yeah, so that was one thing that we saw a second ago. So let me pull up my usage. I believe it's all included. So, okay, this is now being billed, yeah. So, yeah, this is being billed now. So it was included when we initially started, but I must have hit the free. But it's not terrible. Yeah, this isn't terrible. 4 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents, 9 cents, 4 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents, 7 cents, 3 cents. So decent, but not, like, I mean, what, like $5 maybe? So this was all included. But look at how expensive, like, Claude 4.5 Sonnet, look how expensive that is. 69 cents, $1.08, 55 cents, $1.45. And then, yeah, I mean, that's just not the case with this model. It's way cheaper. Way cheaper. Okay. So now that's fixed. Let's just confirm in the API that's fixed. All right, let's go over here. And let's refresh. A TikTok video where the creator is talking about how viewers can create more viral videos on TikTok and generate more views. Potentially, Anthony said, is it because you turned on Max? I think that it's just because I've now, passed my limit. So, yeah, like, even when Cursor 1 was running, you can see that was included as well. All right, cool. All right, so that is working. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, so created that tool. Yeah, Composer is Cursor. All right, LC also said, what's new so far in Cursor 2.0? So let's just kind of talk about this. So now we've tested it, right? Now we've tested Composer 1. So let's just talk a little bit more about, hey, what actually is different, right? Like, let's do some research here and figure out what are the differences in this, right? So let's go here and let's actually pull up Cursor and see if they've said anything. So let's go here and let's just look up Cursor here. So Cursor 2.0, one second. Okay. So they've only made a couple posts to turn speech into text. So here's one. So turn speech into code with voice mode. So they now have a voice mode, which is nice. Then here's what they released here. And we already read this at the beginning of the stream, so let's go over here. So building a fast frontier model with RL. Composer is our new agent model designed for software engineering intelligence and speed. On our benchmarks, the model achieves frontier coding results with generation speed 4 times faster than similar models. Insane. It's insane. We achieve these results by training the model to complete real-world software engineering challenges in large code bases. During training, Composer is given access to a set of production search and editing tools and tasked with efficiently solving a diverse range of difficult problems. The final result is a large-scale model optimized for high-speed use as an agent in Cursor. And then here's the benchmarks. Very interesting. So voice mode shows up. So I'll show you guys a little bit about voice mode. So if you do a new agent and it stops, like you can't, once you start typing, it's going to go away, all right? But you can see here, voice input is right here, and it looks like you can actually just do, what is it? A shortcut is control or command, what is that? Shift, command, shift, space? Yeah, command, shift, space. Okay, so this is the new voice mode in Cursor. Let's see how accurate it is. Pretty good. Pretty accurate. Dampier, yeah, this is like, it's the same price as GPT-5, so relatively inexpensive. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's see here. So let's give it another task. I don't like the gradient used here or all that pink. Fix that, make it more professional. So look at how fast this is. That really is like the big difference. The differentiator here is the speed of this model. It's an incredibly fast model. Oh, now I used all that purple garbage. Now you just change it to a purple gradient, which looks even worse. Fix that. Make it actually professional. Right now I'm paying for just like API usage because I've hit my limits on the Ultra plan for this month, so we're just freeballing it here. All right, that's a little bit better, but now it's a little bit plain. Use a little bit of that pink that you had, but don't use the gradient. All right. Okay, I like that. Look at how this page is styled, and then update the Instagram, TikTok, and X pages to respectively integrate similar functionality and styling, but for their specific platforms and that platform's theme. All right, decentralized says actually professional. Yeah. Yeah, so Cube's animation said Composer 1 seems to be free for now. No, because I'm getting charged for it. Yeah, I'm getting charged for it. The AI bill for this month is going to be around like $700. Okay. Yeah, the purple. Okay. I'm on the Ultra plan, and I've hit my limits, so maybe just getting charged because of that. Thank you, Bobster. Yeah, I actually use View Creator for the thumbnail. Elsie also had asked, how good is it with the animations? How would you want to add an animation to this? You want to see it do an animation? The X tools should be kind of like black because X has the black theme. Cube's animation said Gemini CLI is free and GLM is cheap. Cursor auto mode and $20 to $40. API budget for $20 and so many more. I do not personally like Lullable. I've never used it before, so I can't give you like a really good... it's kind of like the next layer where, you know, I just personally don't use it. Update this to have the TikTok colors and remove the gradients. So from a styling perspective, it's okay. It was able to do full stack pretty easily. Okay, let's see how that looks. TikTok tools. Okay, there's one bug that I want to take a look at. So here, still, you guys can see that this node is still falling off the page, right? So we're going to screenshot this. We're going to launch a new agent. We're going to drag and drop that screenshot in. Review the screenshot and notice that the node palette is falling off the bottom of the screen and I'm unable to see it. Fix this. Identify what the source of this bug is and fix this. Eggman said, can you explain what we are building? Yeah, so I have a series on my channel where we're vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. And over the past 50 days, or I guess like 43 days, we've been building View Creator. So it has over 600 creators now on the platform. It's generating revenue. And it's essentially an all-in-one platform where creators and brands are able to create content using AI. So if I go over to the platform here, you're able to actually see, like, we have agentic functionality that is very robust. So watch this. It's pretty cool. Literally, you can run these agents and they're able to create, like this one's set up for Instagram content. So this one's able to create Instagram content. We also just created the Instagram bio generator here. Also, an issue that I just found is the unprocessable entity that was found here. Let's actually launch another agent and figure out what caused this. This failed and told me unprocessable entity. What happened here in the Instagram carousel generator? So let's see how good at debugging this is, right? All right, so then, I mean, it's so fast that it's hard to even, I mean, with this tool, you can do this so fast, it's absolutely incredible. Okay, so it did move it to, like, if I refresh, it's gonna be what, top? It does it differently every time. Review this. It still is not correct. Identify the source of this issue and in fact just completely recode and take a new approach for this as it continues to fail like this. Cube's Animation, thank you. Cube's Animation said, let's drop some likes for the vibes. Let's go, guys. If you haven't already liked the video, make sure you do so. And we're just going to keep on vibing. You know how it is. Mr. Cammy said, is the sidebar adjustable to expand? Yeah. So just here. All right, so it's going to take a new approach just because it continues to fail. So I want it to take a new approach. Okay. Okay, so refresh, where's it gonna go? Right here? Okay, wow, so it's like literally just at the top here. That's nice. Okay, so let's say that I'm on like a really small screen though. That's gonna look bad. For some reason, when I initially try and drag and drop a node, it doesn't work on the first try. Why is that happening? From the node palette, whenever I try and drag and drop the first time, it just doesn't exactly drag and drop the node. Identify what's causing that issue and fix it. Mr. Cammy, it's Next, Nest, and Postgres. So I will say, I mean, this is like, what I notice is that it's just such a fast model that it does change things. You know, it's like when you have a model like this that is this fast where it has I mean, this is the fastest, most intelligent model. Like when you actually balance the intelligence and speed, this is probably the fastest, most intelligent model that we've actually had. So definitely try it if you haven't. Okay, so that's now working. Okay. Okay. Error here. Okay. Okay, now it's just disappeared. I think we need a new... Let's start a new chat. And then let's just focus on this. Review this page in complete depth. I can't even see the node palette on the page anymore. Figure out why this is. It should be always positioned bottom right and fixed and collapsible. Okay. So what's interesting to me is that when you're using Composer 1, you're going to get a lot more opportunities to be able to, like, for example, you're going to be able to get 5 tries to get a feature working with 5 iterations in a time that, GPT-5 High Max or something like that would have been able to try 1, right? But you may lose a little bit on that intelligence perspective. So, you can see, like, hey, if I was using GPT-5 High Fast or using Codex or something like that, I probably would not be getting this issue that I'm getting right now, right? I would not be getting, the fact that the node palette just disappeared, right? Like, totally gone, right? So it just reappeared. It's back from the dead. But, just something to note is that, why did that just disappear? That's so weird. Shout out to Alexandrov, Saeed, Ash, M, Naruto. She's a gamer. Welcome to the Discord community, guys. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord, there's a link in the chat. Make sure you guys join if you haven't already. I'm still having issues with this. I'm telling you, remove the ability to drag it around. And actually, I want you to instead create instead of a node palette, change this into a node sidebar and give the agents builder a layout where there will literally be a sidebar where the users will be able to drag and drop. If they're on mobile screens, they'll have to click a plus button, which opens up the sidebar, and then they will be able to tap on one of the nodes, and then they can move it around. But on larger screens, they'll be able to drag and drop. But come up with a better solution to this, as right now I'm not super happy with how we have it set up. All right, so let's see the creativity on this. The premium version, Mr. K, may I have the ultra version of Cursor? I think Composer 1's pretty good. It's fast. It's not as intelligent. It's definitely not as intelligent, but Okay, so here's the sidebar. So now it's doing a sidebar, which is what we wanted. put the ability to magnify it in the top right now. So I want this in the top right. Hold on, let's get this out of the way. You guys see how it's like taking like 2 tries to drag? I don't even know what that bug is. Make it collapsible and make it more compact. Make it take up less width. Also, when the screen size is too small to display the sidebar, there needs to be essentially a plus button in the bottom right. When it's clicked, it should open up the sidebar and allow users to select which node they want to add, and then they're able to drag and drop that node respectively. Or not drag and drop, and then it automatically adds it. It automatically adds it to the last part of the agent, like, you know, the last step of what the current agent process is. So you guys see what I'm trying to do. So, you know, this should be, first of all, this should be able to be collapsed. Second of all, like when it's too small, it does collapse automatically, right? Which is great. But when it's too small, there needs to be a plus button in the bottom right corner here. So let's see if it's able to get that. Yeah, Corfala, it's good. So let's see if it's able to get this. I mean, when the sidebar isn't showing. I don't see any plus button. Try again. So see, this is interesting because, hey, the Composer 1, it just genuinely is not intelligent, and this is how I'm noticing, right? You know, it should not take 3 renditions to tell something to add a plus button in the bottom right. And just to show you guys, I mean, I'm 100% positive that if we whip up a Codex terminal here, or let's use Claude 4.5 Sonnet, right? So let's use this. I'm just going to show you guys, like 100%. I know that this is going to get it on first try. It's going to be able to one-shot it. So watch this. Let's go to the View Creator UI, launch Claude, and then let's add the builder page, agent builder page. This page has a sidebar that should be collapsible, and when it's collapsed, or when the screen size is too small to show the sidebar natively, there should be a plus icon option in the bottom right of the screen that users can click to be able to toggle the sidebar. For example, on smaller mobile screens, this should be an option. Review this in depth and build the perfect user interface that works across all screen sizes to make this work. And then I'll just do ultrathink on this, and this will be able to get it in one shot probably. And I think that's like something that, hey, I mean, you just need to be able to know that, hey, like, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing. Graphi said, yeah, I take it back, not sure about this model. Yeah, I mean, I asked it to do that 3 times, right? So, where you know, maybe for problem solving, debugging, it may not be the best. You know, I'm always kind of a believer in, hey, figure out, you know, use the new technology, use the new models when they come out, but always try and figure out where they're actually going to go in your workflow, right? And that can be, you know, different depending on what model it is. This one, I think what I'm seeing is it's very fast, fastest model on the market when you balance it with intelligence, right? But probably not going to be able to one-shot features that it's already stuck with, right? So, you know, this, we just are going to test it with Claude UltraThink, you know, on Sonnet 4.5 and see, okay, like how does this compare when you're using Claude Sonnet 4.5 with UltraThink? You know, is it able to get it on the first try? You know, let's see. And if it doesn't, then hey, maybe then it's just a problem with the code, right? Maybe we need to do some refactoring and maybe we need to try a different approach. But, you know, the way that I see it, it shouldn't be that much of an issue, right? I mean, XLI, yeah, me too. Think deeply about this, yeah. But if you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, there's a Discord link in the chat. Join if you haven't. Okay. Okay, interesting. So it seems to me like Claude's also struggling a little bit with it. Jesse said it's for like specific use cases for now, would be better down the line. Yeah, so maybe like for rapid prototyping or something like that. I mean, I'll definitely use it. I mean, it's a cheap model. Okay. Okay, so, I mean, guys, I mean, Claude wasn't able to get it either. So, I mean, should we just roll back that code, right, to start where we originally started? Let's try that. So now you can go over to the editor, and the editor is, you know, the normal view that you would have, right? So we can go to the editor, and we can go to the builder. And we're going to discard this. We're going to... What's my skincare? I just do, like, you know, moisturizer. I wash my face twice a day. Yeah, it's connected to GitHub, Cami. Okay, so where's the builder page? Should be agent builder workspace. So we can roll this back. Agent creation success. Roll that back. Agent step node. Roll that back. Node sidebar. Roll this back. Move to the trash. Collapsible. What even was this? Yeah, roll this back. Node palette. So this, yeah, so this is here. Okay. So this is where we started, right? So you do a node palette. Like refresh. And this is where we started originally, right? So here's where we started. So now you can toggle between the agents window and the editor window. Okay. Okay, very interesting. So, okay, so my final thoughts before I wanted to just do 100 minutes for the new Cursor 2.0, and we're coming up on that. So my thoughts on Composer 1 I would recommend that you start to figure out how to implement this into your workflow, okay? And there was a part on the stream, I don't know if somebody clipped it or what, but we built this functionality. Look at this. What was it? It was the Instagram tools. Oh, that's not production. That is production. Let's go back here. We built this tool, the carousel generator, in like 5 minutes. And that was, it had to go to the database, it had to go to the API, it had to build all of the functionality across the entire stack. And it built a very useful tool here. And you know what I'll say is that it was able to do it faster than any other model that I've worked with before. And yes, it's not gonna be your GPT-5 High Max, but it is usable. And I'm very impressed that Cursor is now releasing models as well. So I would recommend that if you don't already have Cursor, I would try it out. And I would see essentially, you know, hey, what can you do to work with this model? How can you integrate it into your workflow? Because I know that I'm definitely going to be thinking about it and figuring out how I can integrate it into my workflow. So with that being said, have a great rest of your day, everybody. I will be back for day 64 of Vibe Coding an App until I make $1 million tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And there's a link in the description down below to join the Discord. It's totally free. We have a community for builders, vibe coders, and tech enthusiasts. So